Hi everybody, Tammy here, and I have another card share for Anna Wight's hashtag Bunnies of March series. And this has been such a fun series to do. But in my last video, I had mentioned that I was going to try my hand at watercoloring because I had watched Anna's adorable watercolored process and her cards, and I had remembered that I had these Prima watercolors that I got from Hobby Lobby for a really good deal about probably 4 or 5 months ago. So I got the watercolors out and decided to use this little stamp here, just a real simple little stamp with not a lot of colors. So I chose these 3 little bunnies here, and this is the collection is the English Garden collection from Craft Consortium, and I've had this stamp for probably 3 or 4 years. I've never used it, so decided, okay, my first attempt at watercoloring, let's use these little guys. So I did, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun, you guys. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it was relaxing to just sit there with the paints and watercoloring. Just it was easy to stay in the lines, and the ink that, I want to thank Marilyn G and Anna for responding so quickly to my question that I asked in my video yesterday. Today's Monday, but I finished this card last night. But I did a video yesterday morning, and Anna, I think it was, they both responded so quickly. They're such sweet ladies. But Marilyn mentioned several inks, and VersaFine was one of the inks that she mentioned. And they both told me that StazOn it will work with watercolors, but that it can ruin your acrylic. It's not good for your acrylic stamps or photopolymer stamps. So I was so glad that they told me that. I had no idea. So I dug through my stamp ink drawer, and I will be darned if I did not find this was still wrapped in the plastic wrap from a Hobby Lobby clearance haul from probably 2 years ago. And look what I paid. It was $8.99 regular. I paid $2.24. When I bought this, I had no idea what I would use it for. I just knew, it was ink, it was marked down, and it is by this, I don't know how you say that, Tusinco. I know I'm not saying it right, but I know that's a great brand for ink stamp, pads. So I bought this, and it's been sitting in the drawer, not used, not opened until yesterday. And oh my gosh, this ink is so nice. This is the Onyx Black, and it laid down on this textured watercolor paper really well. And I pretty much started watercoloring, gosh, I don't even think the images had been stamped out for maybe over 5 minutes. And because I was so excited to get started once I realized I had, the right ink to use, I started watercoloring, and, the ink did not smudge one bit. So here's my little bunnies that I did. And then I used some of the Nuvo crystal drops in the ivory seashell. I actually did that for each little tail. So I kind of did it a little swirly on each tail with this stuff. And then I went over it using Anna's technique with the ultra fine glitter. So I sprinkled some of the ultra fine glitter while this was obviously still wet, and shook the excess off. And then I ended up with the cute little sparkly tails, which I just love. Love how cute they look. But it was a lot of fun. The whole process, and I have no idea what I'm doing right now, but I know it will take a lot of practice, and it's just, I love when I find something kind of like Copic coloring where it's relaxing. The whole process is relaxing, and isn't that kind of what crafting is for a lot of us? It's our downtime, and our time to de-stress and all of that stuff. So anyways, so those are the stamps I used. The little flower embellishment here is in this little collection right here from 49 and Market. It's the Vintage Shades Potpourri in the Cerise is the color. And so I used those and just kind of did a little embellishment there with a leaf. And then I used some of the chocolate ribbon that I put a little banner going across it here. And then the Tilda paper that I used is All That Is Spring. Oh, I'm covering it up. All That Is Spring. And it's a real pretty pad to use for spring and Easter. So that is the paper that you see that I made the slimline card out of. And this is my first slimline card. I loved doing this size. For the little bunnies, I used my Spellbinders Nestabilities, the classic rectangles. So each little bunny was cut out with one of those. And then here are the slimline dies that I used. I used 2 of them, the largest 2 right here, to create the frame and then the inside part here that you can't see. And then I actually embossed the inside paper, but you can't really tell, with one of my Anna Griffin embossing folders. So there's the outside, and then you just open it up, and I used this Wishing You a Happy Easter. This is from Sunlight Impressions, and I love their stamps. And I think it probably just, so it doesn't have a name, but you know, it says Happy Easter. Oh, there's a number if you're interested. And I'm sure I got this in one of my Easter destashes. And I stamped that out with this ink, the archival ink, Distress in Vintage Photo. So, and then I used, I think I used one of these dies. Yeah, I did. I used that big rectangle for the inside. So this was a fun card to do. And then I just stamped the back and signed and dated it. So yeah, this was, like I said, it was a lot of fun. Thank you, Anna and Marilyn, for your advice, steering me in the right direction. I appreciate it so much. And thank you especially again to Anna for your fun series. I mean, we started in January with snowmen, and then we did Sew in Love February, and now Bunnies of March is coming to an end. We've got, what, 3 more days? So hopefully I can squeak out another card. But it has been so much fun. I hope you know how much fun and joy this has brought to a lot of us to use things in our craft room and create, you know, during times where we might not have created so much. So I appreciate what you do for all of us, and you're so inspiring. So just wanted to make sure you know that if you watch this video, which she's so supportive, so I'm sure she probably will see the video at some point. But everybody, I hope you've had fun if you've participated in this. And if you just want to go look at everybody's crafty, awesome, cute projects, just search hashtag Bunnies of March on YouTube or on Instagram, and you'll see all sorts of wonderful creations. And I will leave a link to Anna's channel down below in the description box so that you can see her work too. So thank you so much, and until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.